white girl treated me like her king, but the black woman tends to be at almost like a competition with me. Like she wants to compete with me for whatever reason it is. And it's like, as a man, we don't ideally want that. And I think most men don't. I know some black women have success with men of other races, and I see it all the time. I saw a black woman in Japan with an Asian guy. I know a black girl in my college that's married to a white guy. But typically, the vast majority of black women don't get chosen by other races. Most of the time, they get chosen by black men. And those just happen to be the black men that can tolerate that, right? Some black men can't. I think when you're well-spoken, intelligent, you're a thinking man, a lot of those guys, or especially like the high net worth guys that have promise for themselves, they don't want to limit themselves to dealing with black women because they don't want to deal with what that comes with. And a lot of people say, no, it's just because you hate black women. You don't like your mama, this, that, and the third. Some of that is true. I definitely think for some guys that's true. I think for other guys, it's just how the cookie crumbles. It's like, man, a lot of us want to date black women. We want to be with black women, but it just doesn't, at least for me, a lot of the black women I like don't be into me, right? And it's like pretty interesting because when I'm into a Latino or a white girl, she's typically into me too. And we can have a like relationship pop off, and it's like a really good one. We build each other up. Like it's a good relationship. With black women, there's always some level of toxicness in it. And I find that for me personally, a lot of black women that I have met in my life that I've tried to date and be with, they prefer to be with a guy that like has to depend on them, doesn't have his own 2 feet to stand on. Like they want the guy that basically virtually offers nothing but dick and headaches. And when you're the guy that tries to provide structure, they fight against it. And I think a lot of that really has to just do with the fact that black women go after whatever father figure they had in their life. If they had a father figure that really wasn't that involved, nonchalant, didn't really shower them with love, they tend to want to gravitate to that romantically. And that's kind of the like sad part about it is like you want a guy that eventually looks like he's going to step out of your life as soon as you start trusting him and having a child with him. It's like you subconsciously know this guy is a lot like your dad and you want to be with a guy like that rather than being with a guy that's the opposite. This is from what I've just noticed in my own experience. You know what I mean? Or some black women have a father figure in their life and they still want to go for the opposite. I don't know what it is with black women wanting this archetype of this like nonchalant, willing to walk away from the family, doesn't care, doesn't really have a bright future ahead of him. They don't really want that guy for real. They fuck with him. They might even give him some pussy, but they don't really want that guy for real. You know what I mean? Like, they're not having the guy that is supposed to have his way. They don't want him to have his way. It's the guy that's not supposed to have his way that they'll let him have his way. And I've just noticed this is like a common character trait in American black women. I can't tell you it exists in all black women, but I've noticed this heavily in American black women. It's like they want the boy archetype, right? Like that's who, you know what I'm saying? Like every girl wants the boy, but they will still commit in a committed relationship to the guy that has a future. And maybe they just had that guy on the side. But when it comes to black women, I will literally see them just give that guy a hard time completely. So for a guy like Steph is Cole, the guy going on for himself, his own YouTube channel, his own going on, he's confident. I could see why he feel like, man, every time I try to deal with a black chick, she's giving me the most pushback. Meanwhile, the Latina willing to wash my clothes and wash my feet, and then black women to shame him for that, like, oh, you can't handle us, or oh, you don't want us, or she's just doing that because she wants this from you. She just wants to know what it is to be with a BBC. It's like, yeah, but you just want a guy that you could punk all day. You know what I mean? Like you like we all have our selfish reasons for wanting to be with somebody. So why do I get shamed for dating outside my race? You feel what I'm saying? Like, I feel like there's like so much. I feel like I'm just giving you guys like the full breakdown of what he's saying, but trust me, I've heard him speak on this topic many times before. I feel where he's coming from.
Right? So it's like they shame you and want you to go back to the plantation? Now, here's something I always want to ask you guys, right? Why is it that the other race or cultural women can show me affection and attention and show me that she want to talk to me and the advances go as smooth as possible, but the black chick is playing hard to get or making it seem like I'm not good enough?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I spoke on this before, man. You know, I know it's not a cool job, but I have a job that's gonna give me a pension. I'm making between $6,000 and $7,000 a month. I don't got no kids. I got my own car, I got my own crib. My crib is nice. It's in a nice gated community. I'll be hitting up a couple chicks off the dating apps. You know, they come through, take them to Pound Town or whatever. And it's like, you're not good enough for them to want to be with. Not that I was trying to be with them, but it's like, oh, like you're not good enough for me to just submit. And it's like, how much more do I need to do? You're the one with kids. You're the one that doesn't really have money coming in. You're the one that, like I got my own shit figured out. And it's like, you're going to be more submissive to the nigga that will put his hands on you. You're going to be more submissive to the guy that doesn't have a career, already has kids before you. Like it's like you're attracted to dysfunctional shit. And when you meet a man that's functional and has a system and has a plan, it's like you need him to jump through hoops to prove that he's worthy, but another guy you don't do that with. And it's like, as a man at some point, as a black man, what I think it is that psychologically black women don't respect black men. Like black women just don't, it doesn't matter where you climb in life, you're black. And see, they don't say it outwardly, but they really don't respect black men because they inherently know other races don't really respect black men. But instead of them to see our value, they devalue us. But I don't think black men do that to black women. I don't. I know a lot of them will say, what do you mean? You guys talk about the vast overwhelming majority of black men still pursue black women. That's why we still have a black race, because there's still because black women are not pursuing black men. The black man got to run down and get your number. Like feeling like he got to do all that. So the majority of us are still choosing the sisters, regardless of what they come on the internet and say. But in the workplace, in the dating field, in all these things, black women are constantly showing you that they have no respect for you. They have none for you. But they know they can't do that to Alan. They know they can't do that to Thomas. They know they can't do that to Henry. Like, they know they can't do that to these guys because at some point these guys have self-respect, self-worth, a good credit score, and a family that loves them. They're not gonna, she has to be accepted into the family. A black woman coming to your family and she'll tell you day one that she don't like your mother. And now you fighting for the attention and the respect of your mother, who does not like this girl that you brought home, and this girl that don't like your moms, as if she has a place to not like your moms. But she won't go to Xiao Ping's Asian mother and say, oh, I don't like your mom. He'll be like, oh, you don't like my mom? Well, then be gone, you wretched whore. You're not going to disrespect one of their mothers. But black women get to do it to black men all the time. So I don't, I just think that it's interesting that like black women feel this type of way about us, but at the same time, they don't respect us. So it's like, you want to limit my dating options, but you don't even respect me. You don't even, you feel me? Like, you don't even have the respect for me because you look at me the way other cultures look at me instead of looking at me the way that you should look at me coming from me. You come from me. And everything that comes from you came from somebody just like me. If you value your father and value your grandfather, you will value the black man that you let between your legs. But black women in America, I'm going to say that, are some of the only women I see where the only possibility you get of having submission from them is if you're putting them to bed. And only when they're in bed are they submissive to us. Outside of being put to Pound Town, once Pound Town is over and she and you know she's laying with her emotions, once she wake up and brush her teeth, it's right back to the disrespect. Like, how many black women would want to take you into the bathroom, get a bucket, and wash your feet? Just wash your feet. Scrape your feet, wash your feet. Oh, I'm only doing that for a man I like. Right, but you're going to let all these towers bust your ass crazy, nutting you, all types of shit. You won't wash a single one of their feet. You don't want to cook a meal unless you got a ring on your finger. You don't want to do none of that. The only time you're submissive, it's yes, daddy, yes, baby, yes, this, is when he's putting his balls in you. That is a psychological thing that's going on with our American black women that needs to be studied. You black men that want to interracially date, go do it. Go do it. Like, I'm telling you, like, I have been with multiple races of women. That whole fetish. Oh, you're just a fetish. Listen, if a woman wants, if a woman's fetish grows to the point where she wants to have my child, because like you need to understand, women are psychologically, emotionally, and physically bonded to their children. If a woman of another race, Asian, white, Pakistani, wants to push my child out of her, knowing she's going to be bonded to this is a permanent family life decision, legacy decision forever. We are past the point of a fetish, and we are at the point where a woman is embracing that this particular different person is going to now become a part of me forever. It's okay to have a fetish in the primary stages as long as it advances. I've said this to you guys multiple times, right? When a particular race or culture is not familiar with you, but they're attracted to you, it's going to start off as a fetish. They're attracted to you for a very particular and specific thing, and it's usually because it's something different about you than her other men. Whether it's the stereotypes that black men got big dongs, or they're stronger, or they're more aggressive, whatever the situation is, all attraction is going to start with vanity. You like her because she got a nice body and a big ass. You just like the way her genes developed her body, right? It's going to start that way. Then when you start getting into the culture, getting into the way they do things, getting into the way they talk, then some women go, hey, this difference is so different than what I'm used to. I like it. Now I only date black men, right? You say, oh, that's a red flag. That's this, that's this, that's this. Listen, you have to understand, when you're attracted to someone, that you have no control. There's nothing you can mentally do to make yourself attracted to someone. You're just attracted to them. There's something that you desire in your psychology that this particular type of person fulfills for you. And for some women, they want the masculinity of black men. There is a more masculine persona, physically, emotionally, and mentally, about black men that other races of men don't have. And once a woman gets to the point where she is willing to advance what started as a fetish into genuine attraction, desire, belonging, and wanting to replicate this man's genes, she has decided that this black man that she used to fetishize, she wants to see more of this man walking earth, or more of whatever version of a woman that would be walking earth. And now they start learning. It just takes some education. It just takes some time. For the majority of human civilization, us as races of people, we did not intermingle with each other. Only the last couple hundred years do you start catching black dudes going to Asia and Japan, get pregnant out there. Japan is one of those countries that's super isolated. Like you ain't gonna bring your big dong ass over here and be knocking down one of these samurais' descendant daughters. But now it's like, oh, you catching Japanese girls like, you're chicken, I'm rice. Like they want a black dude because now they're being exposed to something they like. I think y'all should be flattered by it. And I think y'all should be more flattered by it when they want to start having children. And now they want brown skinned babies. And now they're starting to embrace it because it's going to start off as a fetish the first time. Then it's going to grow into attraction. Then it's going to be generations of this shit where it's no longer going to be a fetish. It's just going to be a regular way of life. Light-skinned Japanese chick, if she's not mixed already, she's going to become mixed. You feel what I'm saying? Japanese women already have to embrace the fact that